Hello back. Here we are. I'm Women FM, Alessia Santero from Italy, and I'm with the Grandmaster from Netherlands, Roland Pruisers, and we are ready. Nice face, Roland.
I don't know.
Yeah, and we are ready for
Yeah.
what? You do the
Oh,
presentation.
that was an invisible cue for me. Yeah. Welcome back, everybody. We are back with the Olympiad, of course. We are now in Division 4. And yeah, we've already discussed the A, B, C pool. So we are going to continue with the D pool, which is now going on. We've missed a few rounds there, but we will get back in touch with that, of course, right now. Yeah, later we are going to start also with the E pool, of course, one that still has to start, but actually I think it's going to start right now, isn't it?
Yeah, it's going to start right now, but we are, as you said, we are going to focus on Pool D, that is going to have the last round of the day, and after it, we are going to, we are going to focus on Pool E, that is going to have other two rounds. So, like this, we will be at the. Uh, Okay, Pool D. Seems like they played already. Maybe this was the round two. I guess we will get soon an update of the rank. But okay, let's present maybe the new pool. Because we have Pool E. The round one here, new teams. Some teams we know already about. I guess just Aruba was inside. It was from Pool Division.
Aruba, the only country that was from the base division, indeed. Yeah, so yeah. What to talk about this E pool? Well, there are a lot of interesting countries there. For example, Honduras has quite a strong team. Jamaica has quite a strong team, and Nicaragua has quite a strong team. Those three teams, at least in my opinion, were the ones that we definitely should take a look at because they have a big chance to move on to the next division. But yeah, of course, we'll have to see because there were so many upsets in the pools we've seen so far. For example, in Pool A, there was Myanmar who, yeah, got beaten left and right, even though they were the favorites to win that pool. So yeah, now they are struggling to get back, and we'll see, of course, if they manage eventually. So absolutely stay tuned for that, of course, in the weekend. But yeah, we are now on Pool D and Pool E, and yeah, Pool E. I think it's very exciting. Actually, I think these countries you never see very often, especially countries like the Bahamas and Nicaragua. If you search for tournaments, you won't see those flags very often. So it's
Yeah.
always nice to see countries like that participating in events like this, and yeah. So
But the country of Bermuda actually is one of the most famous country in Olympiad. Do you know why?
um, no, tell me.
Because basically at the middle of every Olympiad there is the so-called very famous Bermuda party, where basically most of the people here are drunk, and is I think was named after Bermuda because at the beginning was really organized by those country. Now it's really
Okay.
like a tradition. So I don't know if it's still Bermuda organizing it or if the organizers that is organizing the so-called Bermuda party. But yeah, mostly before the rest day of the Olympiad, the evening before, there is this Bermuda party where yes, there is music, you can dance, you can drink, and so yeah. That's an interesting part of the Olympiad as well.
Yeah, parties are always good. Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the Bermuda party. Yeah, that sounds like something that I should visit at some point. That sounds like a lot of fun. We'll take Ginger GM with us. We'll take every commentator with us that we can pull out of
Yeah.
pictures.
Maybe we can
Yeah,
organize a Bermuda party online.
online. Well, chat, that's your cue. Please, some reactions to that idea. So yeah, Bermuda party online. Yes or no?
Yes
Smiley
or
face or not
no?
smiley face? All right, so we are still waiting for the games. I think I don't. We are also waiting for some information on the D group. I do have some. if I can check real quick. Let me check.
Yes, it
Yeah,
seems
some.
weird to me. I mean, the pool D should be playing right now. Yeah, so
Yes, yes, yes. So we have some issues actually, but they are being solved at the moment. So that's why we do not have yet the games up, but we will have them, of course, shortly. Some minor fixes that need to be made. But yeah, let's see if they are
yeah.
online now.
Yes, the game
Not
are
yet.
going to start right now. We are going to get soon also the updating pairings of round 3, but actually why not to have a look at the pairings, at the results of Pool D that we missed because we were not on, because this Pool B played the second round while we were having a short break. So here are the results. I see many straight results. Lesotho won 6-0 against Cameroon, Nigeria won 6-0 against Malawi, Ethiopia 5-1 against Eswatini, Mauritania won 5-1 against Oman, and Lebanon 4.5 to 1.5 against Sudan. So maybe we should have also the scoreboard.
Yeah, we are waiting for. I think we are waiting for that as well. Yeah, some struggles, guys. In any case, the results were. There you go.
No, it's not
For
yet.
standings for Pool C.
Nothing.
Yeah. Well, we will get there shortly, everybody. Please be patient with us.
Yes, the staff is
Um,
working and giving the best to allow us to have as soon as possible all the results, all the pairings updating on time. But it's not an easy issue to manage. 50 teams delays, but we are really trying to do the best we can.
yeah, it's hard work to get everybody in front of their cameras and stuff like that. So yeah, there were some internet issues, I suppose. Other stuff as well. I cannot imagine everything here, but we'll soon update everyone. And yeah, in the meantime, I guess we could maybe draw up yeah, the standings of the previous pools. What has happened so far in Division 4? Perhaps we could take a look at who are going well in Pool A, Pool B, and Pool C, perhaps, so that
Yeah,
you guys can have a reminder of what happened there.
yeah. Actually, we have the standings of Pool D updated to round 2.
Okay. Very good.
Here should be. Actually, Palestine is a country that we didn't name. Uh, or is
Yeah,
Palestine?
yeah, you're correct. They are now in the top of the standings, but we did not name them as one of the favorites. And that is absolutely true, actually. I think they are performing very, very well so far. For example, they beat Haiti actually with 6-0 in round
Wow.
two. So that is actually quite impressive. Haiti has a pretty strong lineup, and yet they managed to beat them with 6-0. That's really, really impressive. And Haiti was actually on equal terms, probably even stronger rating wise than Palestina. So wait, they also won the first round with 6-0, I think. So
Surprise.
with 6-0, gee. Let's see. So they won against Togo, also with 6-0. Wow, yeah, yeah. I guess we should talk more about Palestina then. Wow, that's pretty incredible.
Yeah,
Yeah, I did not.
they won both games with 6-0. Impressive, no?
Yeah, especially against Haiti. Haiti is a very. I had Haiti, Angola, and Suriname as my top three teams, but now Palestina is up there as well, of course. Yeah, that's a big surprise. Yeah.
Yes. Yes, and yeah, also the Pool D, the parents of Pool D, and also the game are starting. So let's just have a look at them. Here we are. So these
All
are
right.
this is the round 3 of Pool D. Ghana will face Haiti, Puerto Rico, Liberia. Angola will face Suriname. Togo will face Netherlands, Antilles. and Palestine will face Senegal. So maybe should we focus on which match?
Yeah, it is. I think the match that's most interesting is Angola versus Suriname. Those two players are those two teams are still on 100%. So they both won their matches and they are currently leading together with Palestina. So I definitely think that that's the match to watch.
I definitely agree, and we are going to follow this match. I guess the game have started, so
Yeah, and I think, yeah, everybody started. Yeah, so good news, everybody. The games are on. Everybody got on their seats. Everybody grabbed their mouses, and now they're starting to play. So good, really good news there. All right, so let's see, which game are we going to pick first, Alessia?
all right. Just now I got all the games. So yes, let's try to find some game of Angola against Suriname. Working through the flags.
Yeah, so I think we've got username Kabila against Sarashkov. And those are...
Yes, here we are.
Yeah. So that is... Let's see. Yeah, Suraj Hanuman versus Sergio Miguel. Okay, so
Yes.
let me start by saying what the ratings are actually, so that we've got
Sure.
that out of the way.
Because
The
let's
ratings that you...
sorry.
Sorry?
No, go on.
Okay, well, ladies first, actually. Go ahead.
I just wanted to remind that the rating that we see on Chess.com is actually the Chess.com rating. That's why Roland is always giving us an update about the official FIDE rating. So go ahead, Roland, now.
Yeah, indeed, we're going to say the same thing. So, yeah, the Angolan player, Mr. Miguel, has a rating of 2179, and Mr. Hanuman has a rating of 1983. So the Angolan player is the favorite on paper.
All right, so the player from Angola is the white pieces, and here we have a Sicilian defense, the pulse and Karn variation, knight c3, queen c7, bishop d3, knight f6, castle, knight c6, bishop d take. Okay, mostly what I know in this line, for white will be better to have the knight on d2, because c4 is an ideal square for that knight. But sadly, the knight is already on c3.
Yeah, that's true. That's one of the reasons why on move 5 they don't play knight c3, but they play bishop d3.
That's
to
true.
try and cope with this. But the move, what is it? Let's see. Wow, this is a weird opening. I'm trying to make sense out of the opening. It's really confusing for me at the moment. I don't know knight takes c6. I think white is doing well. I'm not too sure.
There isn't some line, but now there are some ideas for. I played this line when I was very small, and I think actually black is doing pretty good. And there are a lot of ideas connected to bishop c5, e5, knight g4, h4, and with some idea of use this diagonal. And can be tricky. There are a lot of games that went great for white here. In fact, black played e5, f take e5, and now we will see if probably knight g4 will be.
Probably knight g4, yeah. Yeah, and then it's going to be very hard for white to make use of that blockade in the sense to get rid of that e5 knight eventually after knight takes e5.
Not even sure if the knight will go away from g4. Might be that black will take, maybe one will take with the queen, then going to queen h5. Not sure. I mean, I know that there are many attacking chance here for black. In fact, I would love to have black pieces here. I won a lot of games when I was small.
Me too. Yeah, I think while objectively the position is more or less okay for white, but I think that black's play is a lot easier, and of course also the isolated pawn on e4. Yeah, it's not looking that great for white, and that actually I think that would mean that would mean an upset because the Angolan player has about 200 more rating points than his opponent. So yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but okay. We are still in the opening, still a long road to go towards mate in the middle game and the end game. I mean, so yeah,
So let's go to the second board. Should be this one, where we have Casanova Sanchez with the white pieces against David Silva with the black pieces. Actually, we see also the rating is an international master with the black pieces against a Canadian master with the white pieces, and Roland is going to give us an update about their rating.
yes, of course I will. Yes, so the player from Suriname, actually, Mr. Sanchez or Mr. Casanova, has a rating of 1954, and David Silva has a rating of 2321. So also here a huge difference in rating.
Yeah.
But once again, I believe that the Surinamian player is doing extremely well in this game. I mean, the pawn on f5 looks gorgeous there.
Yeah, that's true. I mean, white has a lot of space on the king side, and yeah, this f5 pawn is amazing. That's true, and there is also
Yeah,
no easy way to counterplay. I don't know if d5 could be a way to fight for a
yeah.
counterplay.
Black has to try and play d5 at some point. Otherwise black is gonna get overrun, for example, with an idea with h3, g4, g5, knight g3 perhaps. So that black should be really fast. Actually, I would even consider playing d5 at this moment, right now. Yeah, because it needs to be done sooner or later, so why not do it now? Maybe
Yeah, that's
prepare it
true.
with a move like knight a6 or rook d8 perhaps. Nah, not rook d8, but knight a6 looks okay.
Why
Yeah,
not rook d8?
well, because of bishop g5 and there's a pin. I'm not
Yeah.
too sure if that's a good idea to allow that.
Yes. Okay. So okay, knight bd2. I guess you won't like too much this move, and it still is developing a piece, but is a bit
It's
slow.
okay. It's at least I think so because you're still preparing the move d5. Because if you exchange everything on d5, then knight b6 is the next move. So
Okay.
yeah,
Okay. Okay.
makes sense.
And yeah, it
Still
went
like
exactly like this. h3 and d5 is on the board.
yeah, I still very much like white though because yeah, even if you get the pawn back on d5, then there are still f6 shenanigans in the position. So yeah, I'm not too sure how black is doing here. I think white's doing very, very well.
Yeah, exactly. And I like the move f6 because even if, let's say, f6 is closing a bit the position, so might be that the attacking chances are a bit limited, but this bishop would be like dead on h8. And I guess the last weekend we had a position where black was one piece up, but his pieces were like he had two
Oh,
pieces
he had
that
two
were
pieces, yeah.
completely out of game. So this is looking, I mean, would look similar at least with one piece.
Hmm.
So, so
Yeah.
yeah, I agree. I also like white here.
Yeah, so on the first two boards, two upsets,
Yeah.
well, it would be really good
Yes,
for
the player from Suriname are doing
Suriname.
great.
Yeah, Suriname. Yeah, they all speak Dutch, by the way.
So you are rooting for them.
Nah, I'm not rooting for them. Or am I?
Oh.
Yeah, I don't know. So okay, shall we move on to maybe the first board of the women's?
Yes, and here we are. We have a women international master Esperanza Caxita against women FM Rosangela. Yeah, I guess they are two title player. What about their rating?
Yeah, the rating is not that much different compared to the first two boards. The Surinamian player Rosangela has a rating of 1765, while Esperanca has a rating of 1837. So yeah, a slight advantage again for the Angolan player here.
But no, joking, saying but just because in the last two games was a but. The Suriname player was doing great, but actually here this
Here,
position,
you're not so hot. I think that White is doing absolutely good,
yeah.
great here. Although actually, it's not that bad yet. It's still complicated. White needs to get some sort of advantage somehow. Like, well, the e5 pawn is definitely going to fall, but then there is the b5 pawn to worry about. So even if White wins that, it's still not completely clear how White will continue there. So
Okay, maybe
looking good for
something
White,
like,
but still some problems to solve, I would say.
yeah, something like knight bd2. I mean, queen take e5 check, knight bd2, rook b1. Maybe
Yeah.
a rook on the c file as well, knight c4. Um,
Yeah. For
I see
example,
chances for white also because the bishop on b7 doesn't have too much to do
yeah,
there.
yeah, I agree. So far, at least. Yeah. And okay, black first has to do something. I think rook fe8 would be a normal move to at least protect the knight on e7.
Yes.
And then probably either knight bd2 first. Yeah, I guess knight bd2 first. And then
Yeah.
if the queen moves backwards, it has to go
But there
back.
is queen is not really.
Queen e6, I think just exchange the queens and then take on e5. It's look the knight actually looks brilliant on e5.
Yeah, that's true. After something.
Because yeah, look at the knight on e7. It has nowhere to go. So I
So
think
again we
that is
have
why.
big
Yeah,
knight, small knight.
big knight, small knight. There you go. Yeah, just like yeah. Okay, so after rook e7, knight bd2, where would you go with your queen, Alessio?
Okay. Knight.
Go to e6 or?
Knight. Sorry, knight bd2.
Yeah, rook e8, knight bd2. Where would you go with the queen?
That's interesting. I was looking mainly at these like rook c3 probably. Just rook e. Okay, rook c3 maybe. No, queen c3, rook e, c1.
Yeah, then
Because
probably queen b2,
yeah.
rook a b1, queen a2. Ah, no, wait, I'm not going to play rook a b1. I'm going to play knight c4, actually. I want to trap that queen.
And after queen e2.
Rook.
Okay, let's
The
put on the
queen
board.
escapes. The queen escapes, yeah? That might be true there. I thought I was going to trap the queen, actually.
Yeah, actually the engine looks very very happy, but we don't know why because we have just a bar here next to us. But we don't look at the
Oh.
moves.
What about knight cd2 back, threatening rook e1 with winning the queen?
Interesting. Don't know where to put the queen.
Yeah. Ah, but the computer doesn't like it. Okay.
Yeah, okay, computer.
Computer.
Business. Maybe knight half or
Anyways, it looks very, very good for white, I would say.
yes. Maybe just knight half take e5.
Yeah, or just queen c7 and then knight d6 also looks pretty good.
We don't know.
Yeah. This is actually what I meant. It's I said that white was definitely better, but it's not so clear how exactly you are going to continue there. But
I
okay.
agree. But what about, we talked about simplicity, so what about facing rook f8 with queen take e5, grabbing already a pawn, as white actually did?
Well, I was a bit scared about f6 simply. I think
But f6, I mean, what I f6, yeah, on one end is good, is winning a tempo, but what about having the king, knight, and bishop on the same line, and the rook that could at one point, like queen f4,
Okay.
and then maybe knight e2, rook c1, rook c7.
I
Seems.
wanted to grab the b5 pawn after queen f4. So I think it would be better actually to put the bishop on the queen on b2 in that case, so that you protect the pawn.
And what about knight bd2 here? Just letting the queen hanging on e5.
Yeah, that's also good. The queen has to go, I believe, and then you put the queen on b2 or something. Yeah, so queen takes e5, normal move. Very well.
Yeah, so let's see how it went. It went to king g8, knight bd2, and queen c8. Yeah, now I start to
Yeah.
like white a lot.
Now it's easier, yeah, because you can just play queen f6, rook c1, rook c7. It looks very, very good for white indeed, yeah. Knight g5, queen f6, those kinds of moves.
Yes, knight g5, queen f6, also rook c1. Okay, knight g5. What is the idea? Maybe just to
Yeah.
move the queen.
What would be the idea? Chat, let me know. What's the idea of queen g5? I have a vague idea. I think there are some matrix involved, but well, you could let me know.
You want to go to h6, knight g5, and mate.
Oh, I wanted the chat to guess, but
Sorry.
you're correct, Leslie. Yeah, absolutely. I think
Sorry.
that's the case. Yeah, queen h5, knight g5, and with some ordinary mating attacks. Yeah, looks good. I think the plan is quite hard to stop without a bishop. You could play queen c3 perhaps with black to try and get a queen to g7, but yeah. Yeah, any case, white is doing extremely, extremely well here.
Yeah. Also, e5 can be now an idea. With the idea of queen f6, knight g5, no?
Yeah, after e5, black has the answer to play knight d5 then. Still,
Okay, 5 is on the board.
the
Knight d5,
knight
maybe knight
e4.
e4.
Yeah, this is looking really, really good for white.
Yeah.
Okay.
I like this position.
I think we should move on to one of the next boards.
Yes, here we are. The second women board is between Alexandra Kaslan from Suriname against Ednasia Jr. from Angola. What about this position? Actually, maybe first, let's get an update from Roland about the ratings of the players.
Yeah. All right, there we go. So Miss Kaslan from Suriname actually has a rating of 1435, and Miss Junior from Angola has a rating of 1768. So she is once again the Angolan player, is the clear favorite in this match with over 300 rating difference.
And what about this endgame? There is equal material, also 2 rooks and 1 queen. That is the perfect material for a lot of roller coaster up and downs in the evaluation of the position. But actually, I think this is pretty stable and an equal position. Because the d5 pawn might be a bit weak, but actually it's very hard to attack it. Also, the e3 pawn or white is weak, but as well it's very hard to attack with the rooks. So
Yeah.
yeah, what do you think, Roland?
I feel like we're thinking in the same way here. I think that black has a weakness on d5, white has a weakness on the g4 as well, I would say, because it can be attacked by the queen. And yeah, I feel like it's really, really hard to break through somewhere.
Yeah.
I don't really see a breakthrough for either player, but maybe white is going to try and play c4 now, but that is really risky if you open up the files with such a weak king. So I'm not sure white should do that. But I think this position should be more or less equal. I don't think. Well, maybe I would prefer black a little bit because of queen d7 and the g4 pawn that is weak. while black only has the d5 pawn to worry about. So
Mm-hmm.
I think I would prefer black slightly more than white, but it should not be anything drastic. It should not be anything, fatal for white yet. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. Okay, knight f5 seems smart because white would be nice for white if black would change on f5, I guess, because the g4 pawn will not be weak anymore. Yeah, so I like this move.
Yeah, how to counter it? You could play a move like queen d6 to keep everything intact.
Mm-hmm.
You could also take and try to make use of the f5 weakness now with queen d7, for example.
Yeah, but queen d7. Yeah, black has to be ready to play. Oh, rook take f5. I don't like this move.
Nah, me neither. But if it works, it works. So, I mean, like, if it wins material or something, then you should go for it.
But does he
Otherwise,
win?
it's not a
How
good
could he
idea.
win my serial here?
I was
Maybe.
thinking queen d7, and if g4, then you've got h5.
And if queen f2 or rook f1?
Then I wanted to attack the c pawn. If the queen moves to f2, then b4 is interesting. And if you play rook f1, then I can attack the c pawn and then play b4.
Okay. Okay, this looks cool from a concrete point of view because we didn't see that. But if g4, probably h5.
Yeah, exactly. So I don't think it's bad for white or anything, but I do think that white has some problems to solve still after queen d7.
But black played queen b6. Seems like leaving the d5 pawn. But actually, it's very risky for white. I would say to take that pawn because e3 is well hanging, and the e4 pawn would be very strong. Instead, the c3 pawn would be extremely weak after this line. So here, I would really love black position.
Yeah, I'm not so sure if taking on d5 is such a good idea there.
No, I think my point is that is a bad idea.
Okay, so yeah. I guess we were thinking the same thing then.
Yeah.
What would you play instead of queen takes d5? I think it's really hard to defend this. Okay, queen d4 is interesting.
Yeah, queen d4 was played in the game, and black went on with queen c5.
Would you have taken on d4?
Well, okay, queen take d4, e take d4. Yeah, actually, I think would be a bit a better endgame for black. But still, the easy can easily reach the e3 square and then go for c4. Maybe it would even be better for white.
It's an interesting exchange. I don't know exactly what. You always have b4 ideas with black. You can get the king in. I'm not too sure.
Yeah.
I actually would have maybe tried queen. No, I'm not too sure if this is good for black, actually. h5 is a nice move here, by the way.
Which point?
Oh, sorry. After queen takes d4, he takes d4, h5 to try and control some of the pawns on the queen side. But I don't think it should be enough. I think black is better because of the weak c3 pawn. But on the other hand, I think that white should be able to manage somehow. Yeah.
Yes. All right, queen. Let's go. Let's see how it went on. Queen c5, queen takes c5, rook takes c5, and b4. Yeah, b4. I mean, seem like a bad move, but actually prevents the b4 move from black. So, what do you think? Because the c3 pawn looks very sad at the moment. But it's also true that the d5 pawn is also not doing well.
I think it's a matter of breaking through. I don't see a way for black to break through. So in that case, white is absolutely fine.
Yeah.
One way might be to play a5 and to try and play b4, but if you play a5 and white plays a3, then maybe taken b4, taken b4, and then try to make use of the a file. That is all I can come up with at the moment, but I don't think it should be enough. No, I think it's equal. Yeah.
Yeah, we have probably an equal endgame. And who said that rooks endgame are always a draw?
Yeah, I think this should be a draw. Okay, we still have 2 boards to go, I think. And so let's move on to the next one, I suppose.
Yes, let's move on.
To the youth board.
And here we are we should be at the youth board. Oh, white is doing pretty well here, but let's first ease a piece up and now trying to change queens, but let's introduce the player. We have Amar Oluitima with the white pieces against Iman Kaledio with the black pieces. What about their ratings?
Yeah, that is a big thing here because the youth player, Amaro Lutuima, actually has a rating of 2090, and that makes him, I think, the strongest board 5 player in this pool.
Oh, big hype.
Yeah, so, and he's playing against Kalijo,
Mm-hmm.
Iman Kalijo, and he has a 1692 rating. So about 350 rating difference on board. 5 in favor of the Angolan player.
Yeah, so Angola is actually favored on basically every board. But the position... Oh, another piece hanging with check. Okay, so this is going to be a victory for white.
Yeah.
Let's maybe just move to the female board, junior board.
All right.
Yes, and here we have Giacinta with the white pieces. But okay, this was just the nickname because the real name is Katerina Sur Katerin Karl Kasr, and we don't know anymore.
Kaslan. Yeah, her name is Katerina Kaslan. I think she is the sister of the board 4 player Alexandra Kaslan.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Yemina Paulo with the black pieces. She has a rating of 1599, the Angolan player, and the Suriname player has a rating of 1856. So this time, the only board where Suriname has a rating advantage.
You know, before I was saying basically that all the players of Angola have annihilated, but immediately not true. Okay, so what about this position, Roland?
Yes, let me check. So, white is winning.
Okay.
That's all.
That was so straight. It was so straight that I was shocked at one point. But yeah, white is winning because white is an exchange up, and also I would say is white pieces are extremely active. So this is enough, no?
Yeah, it's. I feel it's already over more or less. As you said, the queen on f6, beautiful piece there to control so many things in the position. I don't know exactly how white's going to win. An idea or a move combination could be rook d3 and rook e8 mate. You could also...
rook d3, yes.
Yeah, you could also push the f pawn perhaps and try to create a mating net that way.
Mm-hmm.
So there are
rook
more
d3
than one ways to...
is the way she's going for.
Yeah, and rook e7 if black plays rook c8, for example.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, great. It looks really amazing for white here. So okay, maybe let's see if there was a rook e7. I guess we are going to see that. Mm-hmm. And it's like mate, no? Okay, white could sacrifice the queen on c3 not to get a mate.
Yeah.
The only way to prolong the battle. Oh, well, battle.
Well,
The
to
pain.
prolong execution.
Yeah.
Plays execution. No, she plays queen e5.
Yeah, we have queen e5. She probably missed. She wants probably to play queen e. I know, but if she wanted to play queen e7, she could. So.
Yeah, I'm
Don't
not
know
sure what
exactly.
the idea is there, but
Maybe f, but why not? Don't know.
maybe.
By the way, we are going to. This game will take a bit longer, so let's move to. Let's go back to board one.
All right. Where are we?
Sergio Miguel.
See, okay, let's take a look. So another sacrifice of a piece somewhere.
Yes.
This is heating up. This is... What is this?
This was the Sicilian that we saw.
I think this is winning for black.
Queen g2. Okay, bishop h3 is already great. Also rook g... yeah.
Yeah, I think...
Maybe rook g5 was better.
It's okay. I think black is still more or less winning. King h1.
Bishop g2.
Yeah, bishop g2 and it's over. Yeah, it should be mate after king g1, bishop f3. Yeah.
Okay, bishop take f1 also good.
That's actually a huge upset.
That's amazing.
So, do you remember the rating difference that was going on here?
Was pretty big, no?
Yeah, it was about 200 rating difference in favor of the Angolan player.
Yeah. But I signed you, this opening is brilliant. I won so many games with black here. It's really a lot of tricks connected to bishop c5, knight g4, h4. Really, it's really hard for white to play here. And yeah, and we have a mate on board. Well, not a mate, but a resignation.
All right. So good result for Suriname there.
Yes, let's see the second board.
Mm-hmm.
Wow, white has a pawn that is going to promote. There was a mate threat on h1, that's why white played queen e4. So now the pawn on d7 fell, but
I don't see a
win. Maybe
win.
queen take e5?
Yeah. But rook c2 and then maybe perpetual?
Dun, dun, dun. So can the king go near to... maybe run to e3?
Yeah, I think so. I think this is winning for black, for white. Yeah. King can simply run to e3 if black keeps on checking.
Yeah. And then g7. Bye-bye.
Yeah.
Yes.
Wow.
So Suriname has already 3 points, I guess? Okay, 2 points. 2 or 3. It's already out of control. Okay, the first board won. Then here we have another result where white won, but this time is the Angola Women International Master. So we are 1-1, and this was the board number 5 where actually no, Angola. So we are 2-1. 2-1 for Angola.
All right.
Oh, wait. Okay, queen f5 we have. But still is just one winning here.
All right. Yeah, then yeah, this looks over. There's not much going on right now. Just a piece up for white. Passed pawn also. 2 pawns up.
Yes.
Yeah.
And just the resignation here.
Yeah.
So let's go back to the second women board. Atanasia against Casanova. Well, Alexandra against Atanasia. And what about this endgame, Roland?
Well, the big question is, what is black going to do with the h7 pawn?
Yeah.
it's white to move. Let's see if I can find something nice.
Yes, if
Wait, so the king has to move. If the king goes to f5, then we've got rook f6 as a move.
yes, because
Uh,
then we promote with check. So where should the king go?
if the king goes to f7, now rook h6 looks winning.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah.
with the idea if rook a no. Yeah.
What's up?
White played rook b7 instead, but now I think that after king g6, I think
Oh.
black is more or less fine. The idea, of course, is that black always is rook h1, even if white promotes and win the material back that way. But I think that white missed a big win there with rook h6. I think it was over after that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true. It was over, I guess.
White is just going to queen, and black is way too late to do anything about it.
Yeah, I agree. I agree.
So what's the position now, though? White can still take a pawn on b5. The king is close enough to the e pawn, so I think that this should be more or less okay for white still.
Yeah, but actually it's now white that is fighting for equality here.
Yeah, well, maybe not fighting. Maybe it's simply a draw.
Yeah. Yeah, because d5 is
Nothing
also
more.
falling, so.
Yeah, I think there should be a drawish rook ending. Yeah, I'm not too sure in whose favor draws are at the moment. We've seen some wins, we've seen some losses for either side, so
Yeah.
this really is an exciting match to follow. I have no idea who will win this actually.
Yes, but we have some result. We can keep. So, Roland, you
Yeah.
keep the score on your hands. So one hand is for Angola, the other for Suriname. So first board, we have a victory for the black pieces that is from Suriname. Second board, we have a victory for white that is again fighting for in the team of Suriname. Board 3, we have a victory of... Wait, I'm confused. Okay, it's again white. So again white won, and so another victory for Suriname. So
Okay.
board, this we don't know. So board 5 we have a victory for Angola this time. And board 6 we have a victory for black, so for Angola. So we are 2-3, I guess.
2-3. So a draw would be good. There you go. So a draw would be good for Angola because then they would win the match.
Yes, that's good.
Okay. All right,
Yeah.
we did it. So yeah, very good stuff for Angola. So they are, I think it's gonna be a draw, right? There's not much going on in this game.
Yeah, it
I
seems
think
like a draw.
should be quite straightforward from now on. The king is close enough. The pawn will fall.
Yes.
Yeah. So
Draw.
Angola wins the big battle with Suriname. Good.
Are you sure
Really
that
good.
Angola?
Excuse me?
Yes, Angola, you're right. Yes, you're right. Angola won 3.5, 3.5, 2.5.
Yeah.
Yes.
Big win for Angola, who are just doing very well. They have 6 out of 6 points, so that means that they've won all their matches so far, and they are looking very strong for the upcoming days.
Yes, and this was also the last game of the match. I think actually that we don't have yet the pool D, the results of the pool D, but let's have a look at the results of the first round of pool E, the pool that we are going to focus on for the next 2 hours, because they are still going to play round 2 and round 3. So let's have a look at the results of round 1. We have at least some results. Nicaragua won 4-0 against Bahamas. 2 games are still in the coming. Not yet. We don't have yet the results. Jamaica won 5. Ooh, did you consider Jamaica as one of the favorites?
Yeah, I said that. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because Aruba was second, I think, in the base division.
Yeah, that's true. So
So
Aruba lose. Yeah, they're facing now a much tougher division, it seems, and lost their first round match against Jamaica.
yeah.
Yeah.
So Bermuda country won 4-2 against Sierra Leone. And yet the last two matches we don't know yet the result. So yeah, I guess we should hit a break before the next rounds. We are going then to be back with the results of this. What do you think, Roland?
That would be good. Let me check a few things and maybe we can show something. I actually have a result as well, I believe. Trinidad and Tobago is leading 2-0 at the moment, and no results yet for Guyana versus Honduras.
Mm-hmm.
And let's see. Nope, that's it. That's all the other results I can offer. So
All right, so
I think we could go on a break.
yes, let's go for a break. We will be back with the results of Pool D, Pool E. We will show the scoreboard of Pool D after 3 rounds, and then we will go on for round 2 and 3 of Pool E. Guys, stay tuned for other 2 exciting rounds. We will be back in less than 10 minutes.
Yep.
Hello, hello, here we are back. I'm Women FM Alessia Santeramo, and I will let Roland say his name because the chat said that I pronounce it wrong. So, how do I pronounce your name?
I thought it was okay. I mean, yeah, Roland Pruisers, that's my name. So there you
Pricers.
go. Now, I think the person who said it in the chat is actually also Dutch. So yeah, but in English, everybody calls me Roland, so that's absolutely fine. You did a good job there. No worries.
Okay, good. So, Roland Pricers. Pricers?
Yeah,
Pricers, okay.
Pruisers.
Good, good. And we are back for the last two rounds of the Pool E Division 4. Actually, we are going shortly to take a look at the results of Division of Pool D. Sorry, and here we have it. Haiti won the match, Puerto Rico won, Angola won the match, Netherlands won, and also Palestine. So, Roland, let's do a guess. Which one is the team leading?
I know this one actually.
I also know.
Palestine. Palestine is leading.
That's true. You are right. You're right.
Yay.
GG. And Angola
And
following.
GG. Angola is second. Yeah, because they beat the other leader, Suriname. So Angola is second now.
Yes. So, and clear, Suriname is there following. So, good job, Roland. You're doing great. So yes, this is the Pool D. And tomorrow, now we are over with the Pool D, and tomorrow we are going to have other 3 rounds. Actually, we are going to have other 3 rounds of Pool A, B, C, D, and E. But yeah, always one pool each. And so now we are done with Pool D, so we can use all our energy and time for Pool E to analyze, to comment, to look games. And here we are. Let's have a look at the pairings then. Pairings of the first round that we could not follow. We could not follow the games, but here we have all the results. So Nicaragua won 4-2 against Bahamas. Jamaica, we saw already this result. Jamaica won 5-1 against Aruba. Bermuda also we saw this 4-2 against Sierra Leone. And Trinidad and Guyana won Trinidad and Honduras won 6-0 against Sao Tome and Guyana. So what about round pairings of the next round? What about round 2? Who will be the favorite, Roland?
Yeah, that is the question, of course. Well, I think that the big match in round 2 is Nicaragua versus Jamaica. Those two countries I thought were, yeah, definitely in contention, at least on paper. And, I'm the paper guy. I see the statistics, I see the ratings. So, yeah, Nicaragua and Jamaica are definitely very interesting to follow. I'm not exactly sure how they did. Well, the first round results we've already gotten in, of course. So yeah, that is definitely in my book the match to follow. So yeah, Jamaica won and Nicaragua also won, so they are both tournament leaders in this pool.
Yes, and we have also here the current standings of Pool E. So as Roland said, those 2 teams both won, and so they are co-leading with other 5 teams, the 5 teams that won the first round of this pool. So that's it. This will be the round 2. And so I guess that we are focusing our attention on this last match. I also think that the game will start very soon, in about 5 minutes, maybe even less. And
Yep.
so why not remind everyone the format of the event?
Yeah, the format of the event. Yes, of course. So, well, as it should be clear for everyone, it's such a big event. There are so many countries participating. So yeah, here are some numbers for you. 163 teams participating, 1,500 players in total from around the world. And yeah, we've split everything up in divisions, 5 divisions according to strength, which are further divided into pools. And those pools are based on time zone and strength. So the better the team, the higher division you start. So yeah, you've got each team features 2 open boards, 2 women's boards, 1 junior male board, and 1 junior female board. And yeah, teams with each pool play a single round robin with players playing against their corresponding board. So that means the youth board plays against the youth board from another team. Okay, and the top 3 teams, of course, advance to the next division. And the amount of division we've got so far is we've got a base division, which we've covered last weekend. And now we're moving on to the 4th division. And every weekend we have a new division. And finally, we will reach the top division where it will be decided which teams will be playing for the medals and the prizes in the tournament. So yeah, there you go. Yeah, did I miss anything, Alessia?
Roland, you did a brilliant job.
Thank you.
And I have a bad news and a good news. So the bad news is that the game are going to start in 15 minutes. Because there is a problem with the arbiters, to manage 50 teams. But the good news is that you know what we are going to do in the meanwhile? Roland and me, we are going to play End and Brain against the chart. So this is the biggest. I'm very happy about that because in the middle of commentary, there will be just a random End and Brain between. We will play in a team, and let's announce that the first challenge that I will get 5+5 on Chess.com will be the lucky players that will challenge us. So just my nickname is Alessia Santeramo, you will find it, and just the faster mouse that will be able to challenge me will get we'll get the game. So 5+5 the time control. Roland, are you ready for it?
Not really, but here we go. I'll be the brain, obviously, I guess.
Yes, so... I'm sorry, I didn't even ask you if you want to.
Well, guys, if you ever want to beat 2 titled players, then now is the time. Yeah, because this was absolutely not scheduled. So
yes, yeah. But what is not scheduled is even more funny because it's coming just natural, completely human like it is. So yeah. We will fill the time with a magic hand and brain if we promise some fun. So yeah, and we have already the very lucky players that is going to challenge us. I'm sorry because I'm getting so much requests right now, but the lucky player is Max from Poland. And here we are with the game. Roland, you should follow me on Chess.com /follow Alessia Santeramo in the chat.
Yeah, I'm doing that right now. Okay, pawn.
I'm so happy.
I knew you were going to do that, actually.
I'm playing the Grub in the main channel of Chess.com. I'm very happy that this moment is happening. Bishop, yes, here we go.
I think I know this. I think I know the essence of what is the Grub.
Yeah. Very good. So I guess that Max, the player that we are facing, yes, has the same name, so he's one of the moderator of Chess.com. One of the mod.
So pawn, I believe.
Let's go. Here we go. This is all theory. Mostly Grandmaster don't know Grub theory, but...
Well, pawn.
Pawn? Yeah, very easy. Okay, let's go for it.
Okay.
This is called grab spike attack.
I guess knight?
Knight.
Okay, that was wrong. Okay. Probably pawn.
How
Okay.
did you felt it? From my...
Well, you weren't.
Yes.
Okay, pawn.
Pawn. Here we go.
Oh, that pawn. Okay.
Yes.
We'll be fine. It's Max. Easy. Pawn?
Pawn again.
Yeah, I think moving pawns is always a good idea.
Yeah. But which one do you want now? I'm not sure. Okay, let's evaluate all the possibility. A4 can be an idea, B4 can be an idea, C4 can be an idea, E4, no. The F pawn I cannot play, H4 can be an idea. I don't know. I mean, C4 would be the most logical to me, but maybe H4. Yeah, because I don't... Let's do H4. Don't know.
Okay.
Chess is commentating H4. This is probably Simon from the staff that is suggesting me moves. Thank you, Simon.
Pawn.
Why do you want pawn? Come on.
I see what you want, actually. No, but I'm just actually trying to mess with you a little bit.
Yeah, but I mean, do you want me to play H5? Are you sure?
There are other pawn moves.
Yeah, but I will play H3. I don't want to play pawn. I mean, let's think again. Before I dubbed, so it's really now about E3. Okay, E3, but why E3? I mean, I'm closing my bishop, so no. E4, not. So C4 might be the move. Yeah, C4. I understand now, because I could go... No. Okay, maybe.
It's just a move. Yeah. Bishop.
Bishop. Only way.
Knight.
Knight? That's good. So I wanted to play actually Queen D3 very early because
I knew actually.
he was forced to play King F7. So don't know why you didn't allow me to play that.
Yeah, I just wanted to say pawn to see how you would freak out actually.
Bad Roland.
Queen. There you go.
There we go. Let's attack this pawn. So to everyone that is just joining here, you might be a bit confused because, I mean, the commentators are just doing playing and brain. What is happening right now? Yes, there is a technical problem. I mean, no, sorry, not technical problem actually. It's a problem with arbiters or organization. To manage 50 teams is not so easy. There are always some teams that are doing saying the pairings in delay. So that's why we had the communication that we are in delay of 15 minutes. So we had actually, the staff had a brilliant idea to do an end brain against viewer, the lucky viewers, the first challenger, and here we are.
King.
Let's long castle.
That sounds good.
This sounds good.
Did we ever play hand and brain before, Alessia?
I think not. I think we played against.
Yeah, that's for sure. Yeah, we played against each other in a hand and brain match.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was legendary, by the way.
That was legendary. We should do it again.
Yeah, I think so too.
Yeah, we will do it again.
All right, so Max is on the ropes. He's thinking long and hard. What are these two geniuses doing to him with such... E5.
I like E5 actually.
Pawn?
Ah, but this is a problem, guys. This might be a problem. Maybe. Not
No.
really.
Yes. No. Maybe.
Yeah, because was protected, no? Also the knight.
Knight.
Yes. This is the problem. Maybe.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Let's see. Such an intense fight. This is the most intense I've felt in the past few weeks. You know, this is such an intense game. There's so much at stake. Queen.
Queen, okay, let's take here, but let's take there, but aren't we risking to lose everything?
Yes, but sometimes you have to put all your coins on the table.
Yes, let's do it.
Queen.
Queen again. And I will retreat like a chicken. I'm sorry. Well, I didn't have too many options here.
Not like a chicken, like a genius.
Like a genius. The language is changing. Here we go.
So, pawn pre-move.
No! Did you see the pre-move? I did have 3, but was a mouse leap. Clearly, I wanted to pre-move taking also 3. But imagine if in that moment I would have taken there. That would have been...
Oh my god, does this really work? I think so. Dang it. All right, wait, just a sec. Let me see if I can make something out of this. Nope, we're screwed. Rook.
Yes, we will be a pawn down, probably.
Yep. Queen. Yeah, it has to be. And rook.
Okay, the counter-attack is all for us.
Be like you. Ooby-doo-ow. I'm already getting into my streamer mode right now. Like, I'm already singing songs.
Yeah, but better that I don't get in my streaming mode.
No. Well, actually, maybe chat wants to know what crazy Alessia is like, you know?
Yeah, but I just do this stuff in my private channel.
Rook.
Rook. So, yeah, you know what?
We are low on time.
I take the pawn.
Yes, I like it.
Pawn grabber.
Ooby-doo.
Pawn grabber. Guys, here is an intense end brain against one of the moderator of Chess.com official channel.
Rook.
Rook.
Quickly.
Ooh.
Oh, we have 5 seconds increment.
Yeah, no worries. No panic.
No panic.
No panic.
Really? Well, bishop.
Here.
Where do we go now?
Oh, he's mating one. Oh my gosh.
That just happened. Okay. I was thinking bishop h3.
Okay. Deep breath.
Oops.
Okay, guys, we are going to eat a short break right now, and Alessia will not come back. Bye. Not joking. GG to Max. Wow. Yeah, there was a great idea. Yes, GG. Oh, DD. Yes, there was a great idea.
Yeah.
Yes. It's hard.
It's hard. It's hard. It's hard doing 5 things at the same time. So yeah. But yeah, you win always with the grub, they say.
Yeah, but when I play alone.
Not. Right.
I'm joking, Roland. Joking. This
Yeah.
bishop f1 was not a great move. And maybe, yeah, bishop h3 is better. No, I thought that I was very smart because if black would take on f1, I give a check and then I take back the knight. But also this is not smart because there is rook e1 check. So, so definitely it was not a brilliant idea. And yes,
Well,
tables.
it was almost there, I think.
Yeah,
I think after
almost.
bishop h3, are we better after bishop h3? I'm wondering, actually.
Okay, we are attacking the d7 pawn. So might be we are a bit better.
Well, g6 is there. I still think that black is better, actually. After g6, yeah. Yeah, we just got outclassed by one of their moderators, and there you go, everybody. One of the moderators can absolutely play very well chess. They're not just here because they are good with computers and such. No, these guys can also play chess. So there you go, Max.
And
Max is-
actually, while we were playing, the games were back on track, so they were able to, yeah, to to avoid such huge delay. So the games have already started, all the games, and so we are ready to follow them. So now let's do a deep breath. Let's forget about this loss, and we are back. All
right, let's go. Let's go kick some commentary ass over here. Let's go and beat these games. So, okay, where are we? The match that we were planning to follow was the match Nicaragua versus Jamaica, because they are just one of the strongest teams, and they both have 100% score so far. So that is the team that we will focus on in this round. And let me see if they are already started.
Yes, they
did already get started.
They should be here.
They did. I think they did.
Yes, I have here the game. That should be the first board, I guess, because the white pieces are FIDE master William Alfaro, and the black player is a candidate master Equitable Brown. So, any news about ratings? Which board is this?
Yeah, let me check this.
Sure.
Bit.
Yeah, we are still at the very early stage of the game. We have just 2 moves played: d4, knight f6, knight f6, f3, g3, g6, and g3. So that's the current position.
I've got some news on the rating, by the way. So Mr. Alfaro has a rating of 2165, while Mr. Brown from Jamaica has a rating of 2064. So 100 rating difference in favor of the Nicaraguan player.
Yeah, but still everything is possible here. Will this be an East Indian, I guess? East Indian.
Yeah, King's
Indian.
Mist Indian.
Yeah, East Indian is a bit weird.
It's a cool.
King's Indian.
All sorts of Indians. We need to complete the circle.
Here we are.
Yeah.
So, okay, this was the opening. So let's just move to the second board. Might be that we have still an early stage of this. Here we have Marcos Ortiz with the black pieces. So I should say Duane Rowe with the white pieces against Marco Ortiz. He's a national master, instead of white is a candidate master. And the opening was a Caro-Kann, d4, d5, e5. So I closed the close variation with c5. This actually is a really tricky line here. c4, d-deg, e3, knight c3. Any news about the theory here? I'm not really
I am quite familiar here.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I used to play a game against Jordan van Verreest in a rapid game in this line. What I do not know exactly what the evaluation is. I thought the white was a bit better here, but there's a lot of complications in this variation. Uh, Theory and, for example, a move could be queen a4 at some point for white. Actually, knight c3 in some variations is also not correct. You want to, if black ever takes on c4, you could also use the knight to capture it. So, for example, through, well, knight a3 or knight d2 to capture that pawn. So sometimes knight c3 is not the greatest,
Uh-huh.
but
Okay,
in
okay.
this case is absolutely fine.
Okay.
Now, knight g e7 played. Yeah, that is sometimes necessary because you need to protect the c6 pawn. You don't want that to be a double and isolated pawn later on. So it's better to try and take back with the knight. But yeah, the knight is temporarily stuck on e7 and also blocking the bishop on f8. So I'm not sure how well this is going exactly for black. An idea here for white is sometimes bishop g5. That has been played quite a lot to pin the knight and to put some pressure on the d5 and c6 knight. So yeah, I think the theory goes that you take on d5 and then you take on c6, trying to go for a slightly better pawn structure there. I think that's what usually goes, but I have to check my files to know exactly what's going on. Yeah.
All right. So okay, here is also a very, yeah, we are still in the opening, so let's have shortly a look to the first women board, and that should be this one, where the white pieces is Maria Esther against Rihanna Brown. This actually is, this game went a bit longer on. They were a bit quick. They did a bit quicker move. And this was an accelerate dragon with, what about this? Mostly should not be too good, no? Knight takes e6 and then e5.
Usually it is good. I think actually the black took a wrong move order there. Usually you want to prevent e5 in positions like this.
You
Yeah,
played first
because
bishop g7.
you want to, let me check the opening again. So you want to, instead of g6, it's better to just play d6 and then transpose to a dragon with g6, I believe. I think g6 is just a move order mistake there.
Okay.
Yeah. If you want to play an accelerated dragon, then it's better to wait with knight f6 actually, and just to push the g6 pawn immediately.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. So I'm not the greatest move order for black, and so we have this line that is actually good for white here.
I think so. Yeah. The problem is, for example, after knight h5 on move 7.
Yes.
And after bishop e2, knight g7, white is gaining a lot of developmental lead there because, well, the bishop could not go to g7, at least initially, and white can just start developing more pieces. So a short castle will happen eventually. f4, bishop e3, f5 in the game. Yeah, white was just having a blast with a big lead in development. I'm not sure how the position is now. But I think the white should at least be slightly better because of the space, because of the more developed pieces, and perhaps later also because of the rook on f1.
Yeah, okay, good. So let's see the current position. Here we are. And what about this position now?
Yeah. So yeah, what's your first impression, Alessia?
Yeah, my first impression. Well, my first impression is that white is doing good because there are two black pieces that are not playing, the rook on e8 and the bishop on c8. But I don't see anything too concrete. Maybe a way could be to move to queen, followed by rook f1, rook f7, maybe e6 at one point. And yes, but queen g4 I don't like it a lot because a move like d5 could be a problem. So the question is where to put the queen. Maybe queen e2, but then the bishop on d4 is unprotected. So maybe queen d2 I would do.
Queen d2 looks very normal. Yeah. Sometimes I was thinking maybe even queen d3 to stop any bishop a6 ideas, but actually it's black to move first, by the way. So I think that what black should. Okay, bishop b7. That looks normal. I think I would have tried to get the queen out first. For example, queen f4 to try and get some action going against this e5 pawn. But bishop b7 is pretty normal too. Although d7 might be ripe for a trick.
Maybe queen g4 now?
Yeah, because now that you don't have d5 ideas. Yeah, so queen g4 would be pretty good.
Yes, because I think that the trend needs to bring pieces in order to create chances, because at the moment there is not too much. Aldo?
After queen g4, black has queen f5, and maybe that more or less stops everything there.
Mm-hmm.
So queen e2 played, but now d5 is pretty interesting, like you said. Yeah, I think queen e2 is a mistake, because d5 leads to pretty good play for black.
Yeah.
Yeah, and a knight on e6 on the next move, so yeah. Queen e2, probably not good.
Mm-hmm. And what could have been a way to go for white here?
There must have, yeah, I think queen d2 would have been still the better move.
And the difference is that after queen e2 and d5, white cannot take on d6.
Yeah, because the bishop on d4 is hanging, so that is why queen d2 is better than queen e2, in my opinion. Yeah, and it's actually on the board. d5 played by black, so very good awareness from Hannah Brown.
Mm-hmm.
Use of an inaccuracy by her opponent.
Yeah, that's true. And now is knight e6. So brilliant play. Also c5 and d4 could start.
Yeah, this is looking really, really scary for white now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So suddenly, I mean, black is doing good now, no?
Black's doing fine.
Yeah.
Absolutely fine. Yeah, maybe even more than fine, actually. Yeah, because where's the bishop gonna go? Most likely it has to go to f2. And yeah, then like you said, c5, maybe knight f4 is an idea.
Yeah.
White does have rook f1 as an in-between move, by the way. That's
rook f1. Yeah, that's true. This might be important. If not, the white position looks really bad.
Yeah, I now prefer black suddenly.
Yeah.
No.
I guess me too.
All right. Shall we take a look at another game?
Sure. And here we are. We have the second women board. We have Miss Nicola Curvin with the white pieces against Michelle Ferrufino with the black pieces. And this opening was, guess what? A London system. We have another London system, guys. London system is getting so popular, and this is the current position. What do you think, Roland, about this game?
Well, so far I think the black is doing a very good job. I think the bishop pair is quite nice. There's still one extra pair of knights on the board, which makes it harder for white to create anything. Because of the saying, there's only one knight that can occupy a nice square on e5. Mm-hmm. So right now the knight on f3 is a bit just a passive piece. I really like black. Black has a great knight on e4, has the bishop pair. Positionally, this is looking superb for black. A plan could be g5, g4 at some point. Could also be, a5 would be a good move now to prevent any minority attacks from white. And Yeah, it's still a long way for black to break through. A5, well, she might be listening. No, she's not. C5 could
Yeah.
also be an idea sometimes to try and create a weakness on the E3 pawn.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, C5 is actually an idea that I quite like actually, so that you can play C4 if white doesn't take, and if white takes on C5, then you have bishop takes C5, and you can start harassing the E3 pawn at some point. So yeah, I really like black's position. I like especially the dark squared bishop on D6.
Yeah, and what I think is very nice that it's very hard to find a plan for white. So for black, there are many options as we mentioned. I also like the idea with c5. Also, g5, g4 looks interesting. And for white, it's a bit harder to find ideas.
Hmm. Yeah, I agree there too. Ideally, you want to play G4 at some point, but that is a long way from now. I think that G4, you'll well, maybe very late in the game you will get it through, but for now, with the bishop on E6 and the pawn on F5, it's very hard to get that done. So yeah, I agree with you. I think that white has a tough job finding a plan in this position. It's more like a defensive position for white.
Mm-hmm. All right, let's go to the junior boards. Let's start from the junior male board. Here we have Jose with the white pieces against Darren McCannis with the black pieces. And okay, this position I like white because there are two pawns that looks amazing. What do
Yeah.
you think, Roland?
I think the same. I'm also getting excited from those pawns. Yeah, yeah. The thing is, those pawns have a big chance of being pushed forward, while the black pawns on D6, D5, and E6 don't really are not really going anywhere. So this is a clear big advantage for white. Just push B5, C6, and it's more or less all over. So
So
that's the plan for white.
is that another case of big pawns, small pawns?
Yeah, yeah, could be. Yeah.
You know, big means that they have a potential or they are very strong, and small means that they are, yeah, not doing too much. So we had a big queens, a big knight, a big, and now we have big pawns.
Yeah, exactly. All right. Yeah. So how would you play this from the white side? For example, if I'm black, I could play a move like Rook E8, maybe preparing E5, maybe trying to put the knight on D7 on F8. How would you react after a move like Rook E8 here?
So there are basically two approach. One would be to try to stop the e5 with knight e5, and one just don't care about it. Also because after e5, d5 is hanging. So I guess white can just play b5 here,
Okay.
because I don't see a way to proceed
mhm.
for black.
After B5, what if I play Queen A5 with black?
Queen a5, counter-attacking. Okay, the knight is attacked. Also, this is attacked. So I actually have to take care here. Oh, okay. Maybe, don't know if something like b6. You take. No. Okay, maybe I can wait for that. For b6 because queen
Hmm.
a5 is a bit annoying. Maybe I still.
Exactly. Yeah, I think so too. I think we need to prepare a little more before pushing that pawn.
Yeah.
Not exactly sure how though. After rook e8, well, a move like bishop d6, I guess always is useful. Instead of b5, what do you think about the move queen a6?
Yeah, I was
Does that
exactly
help?
thinking about that move. One point is that the queen is not anymore attacking the. Okay, could not attack the d5, so maybe e5 is now possible.
Well, there is a knight hanging on
That's true.
a7, but after move like knight c6 and then b5, for example, it's looking really unclear. I think maybe white was doing very well there.
But cannot be a problem with the queen after knight b4 and rook a8.
That's true, but I want to keep my queen on b7. So if you play rook b8, then I can take with the bishop on b8. So yeah, I think the queen is safe enough to stay there. But okay, no rook e8. We've got Darren who played knight c6, and actually, I should also give an update on the ratings here.
Yeah, sure.
So the player from Nicaragua, Jose, has a rating of 1874, while Darren McKennis from Jamaica has a rating of 1607. So yeah, the player from Nicaragua is by far the rating favorite. And actually, on every other board, Nicaragua is the rating favorite, except the last one, Rachel Miller versus Maria Jose. Yeah, there's almost a 420. No, what is it? Oh, math on stream. 428 rating difference for the Jamaican player, actually.
Yes, exactly. So it's an impressive difference. Actually, I think that white did really great here. Yeah, b5, queen b3, and the knight is attacked. Maybe queen a5 is the only way to protect the knight. But still, that pawns are running so fast. It looks really
Yeah.
scary now.
It looks winning after queen a5 and c6.
Yes,
The knight
c6
has
with
to
idea
go.
of bishop
Yeah,
d6. I like it.
that too, actually. Yeah, but the knight also doesn't have good squares to go to. It has to retreat to b8, its initial starting square, where it will cry for days for how few options it has to contribute to black's position.
Yes,
Yes.
and probably it's going to be very sad on b8, and also bishop d6 is coming. A powerful bishop to d6, attacking both rook and knight. So yeah, I guess it's going very well for white here, and
Yeah.
soon will probably win material.
It's I think it's more or less over already. All right, shall we then take a look at the one board where Jamaica has a rating advantage?
That is, I guess, the junior female board. And here we have Raquel Miller with the white pieces against Maria Jose Granada with the black pieces. What about, so you said that there is this time a rating advantage from the player, from the Nicaragua player,
No, from the
the
Jamaican player,
Jamaica.
actually. Yeah, on every other board, Nicaragua has a rating advantage,
Uh-huh.
and actually quite big rating advantages.
Yeah. And
Yeah.
here instead,
Here, Rachel or Raquel actually has a rating advantage of 428 points. She has a rating of 2004, and her opponent has a rating of 1576. And actually, Raquel Miller, I think she is the highest rated board 6 so far.
wow. Yeah, and it's impressive, no? 2000 with junior, I mean, is good.
Yeah, that's not bad. Absolutely not.
Is good. Definitely. So,
And how is she doing in this game then? I mean, I like her knight on e5, which is more or less eyeing the c6 square. So she's continuing with rook c1. And I guess that black should take the knight now on e5. Otherwise, she will lose the c6 pawn there.
yeah.
Looks slightly better for white. The weakness on c6 is quite annoying to deal with.
Yeah, I agree. And I should white take back, probably with the bishop.
Yeah, I think so too, yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a little trick that should be calculated, by the way, because after bishop takes e5, bishop takes e5, black has queen takes h3. I'm not so sure how good that is. I don't think it's great, actually, but it is something to consider at least.
How could white, maybe white can just ignore it and take the pawn on c6.
Yeah, that would be good enough. I think you could also move the queen. I was thinking maybe queen f4 with the threat of g takes h3. I think that wins a piece actually because the queen cannot keep protecting the h4 knight.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, so queen takes h3, I don't think it works. It looks funny and it looks cool, but it doesn't work, unfortunately.
Yeah, and black didn't take. Instead, he played rook a4, which is a bit weird because he's actually not even attacking the b4 pawn.
Yeah, yeah, I think rook a4 was a mistake, was a blunder.
Yeah.
Yeah, now she's losing the c6 pawn indeed.
Yes.
So white's a pawn up now. Black can play queen a8 to try and maybe grab the a2 pawn, but that's not even a threat because of the mate on the back rank. So yeah, queen a8, maybe queen c2, for example, or bishop b5 looks. Yeah, this is looking very well, very good for white now. I think black is going to really struggle, and black actually also has a huge time disadvantage of more than 5 minutes actually.
That's true. Oh, wait. What? So queen is just hanging on c8. Okay, and then we have a resignation, an immediate resignation. Somehow.
Okay, the biggest question of the day: was this a mouse slip or was this a?
No, this was
What was this?
probably was a blunder. I mean, I think that actually black saw that the queen on c8 is attacked. Was somehow, for example, to me, one of the most painful moment of my chess career was at the the junior world championship 2 years ago, where I was in an endgame with an exchange up.
Yeah.
My opponent attacked with her knight my rook. I calculated 2 moves. So I moved the rook, and then she moves the knight, and I move my king. I stopped calculating, and I just moved my king. This means that I just let the rook hanging there, and lost a winning endgame in one move.
Too bad. Your hands move faster than your head at that moment, right?
No, I think is a bit weird. Is a mixture of being because I was not in time trouble, but it's a mixture of being tired and also maybe not to be too focused at the moment that you are doing the move, because moving the king where your rook is hanging, it's not that I didn't see that, but I just moved another piece. So I think it's a lack of focus.
All right. Yeah. Really tragic story, of course. I've also dealt with that. Really. Yeah, it is. It really is not nice to have something like that happen to you.
Yeah, but at least here was already lost for black, so it's okay. It's okay. It can happen. But let's move on to board 1.
It can happen.
Yeah, it can happen. It can happen. So board 1, we have a result, and white won actually extremely fast. Let me see back what was the opening. Yeah, we didn't see too much. Yeah, it was a King's Indian, and yeah, it went so fast. I'm walking shortly. The critical moment was here when black played c6. That is not
knight
great.
b6, and you win a lot of material. Yeah, that is also unfortunate. But I think white was already doing pretty well because white was threatening bishop e3, winning the rook.
Yeah.
Instead of c6.
Yeah, that's true. That's why c6 was necessary, but still very bad. Actually, even making everything easier for white.
I agree there. Yeah. Yeah, unfortunate blunder for a player from, I think Nick. Wow, I need to learn the flag.
Jamaica.
Yeah, exactly, from Jamaica. Yeah, there you go. Okay, so yeah, then with this game being finished, then let's check the other games then.
Yes, here we are at board 2, where white seems to be a piece up. And yeah, I was for 1 second a bit amazed about the queen d1. It's actually not mate, but it's just blundering a queen because the queen on b3 can take back the queen on d1. So I would say that white is definitely doing great due to the extra piece.
Yeah, absolutely. I cannot agree more. Yeah, how would you develop your king if you were white? What would you play?
I like how white is doing bishop e2, bishop f3, g3, king g2, and seems
Okay.
perfectly fine.
Would you allow queen h3? For example, after g3, black can play the move queen h3.
Mm, okay, there is, yeah,
It's possible to do that. You can still chase the queen away, but yeah, maybe it's better to first play h3, then
yeah,
g3, and then king g2.
yeah, I agree. Easy, and I mean, white is not in a hurry at all.
No, absolutely. White is just a full piece up at this point.
But he's allowing, and it's also fine actually, it's not a big deal because, I mean, black has just the black square bishop, the dark square bishop, so the queen on h3 is, yeah, is there for making a picture, but is not doing
Mm.
anything greater.
Yeah, actually, we've got a result already, and that is
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago won their match against Sierra Leone. That's because of how do you say? Forfeited games. There were 5 games that Sierra Leone had forfeited in
Oh,
their match. So there is one game going on still, but the match is already decided. Before they even played. So yeah, Trinidad and Tobago winning the match at least with 5 board points.
okay. Okay, so let's go back to this match, Jamaica against Nicaragua.
Hmm.
In this game, we said that is pretty one side at the moment. White is doing really great. And then we have do you remember this was the opening with the d5, this comeback for black, and now black seems to do, yeah, seems doing amazing. It's actually a piece up.
Yeah, once again a piece up for black. If you look back, then on move 20, white played the move bishop g3,
Yeah.
and there was the point where white lost its piece there. Forgetting about c4, the move
Yes.
which wins a piece for black.
Yes.
Yeah, so very
This was.
unfortunate for white. Yeah.
But as we said, I mean, this pawn looks very scary. It's not easy to deal with. Clearly, bishop g3 was a blunder. Was still possible, maybe to move the queen away. Uh, but yeah, it's much easier to play for. I have the feeling that it's much easier here to find a move for black than for white.
Yeah, you could maybe play b3. A move like that is kind of common, but then yeah, it's not so easy to play once again. Yeah, all
Yeah.
black's pieces looked pretty good there. Yeah, I don't know how to exactly answer that. How would you play after white played b3?
Well, not sure if I should play d4 because it leaves a lot of squares, so maybe better to try to activate the pieces that are not so active at the moment.
Yeah.
What do you think could be the best place for the rook?
Well, ideally on f8 well, that's the only open file right here. So
Yeah.
I think maybe a move like queen f4 would be good to play rook f8 after that.
And what about bishop g3? There is,
Then you have queen d4 check.
yeah, so queen f4 I like. Idea of rook f8, and tactically bishop g3 is not working.
And you also threaten something like queen takes e5.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so this is what could have happened. Black was still in the driver's seat, but white could have put up a better fight with this.
Yeah.
Thing.
Okay,
So yeah, That is a result for Rihanna Brown. So that is another good result for Jamaica, actually. So I told you that on every board, Jamaica is the
As a
not the
disadvantage,
favorite,
yeah?
has a disadvantage rating-wise. So on paper, Nicaragua should be more or less winning every game. But yeah, so far Jamaica holding its own.
But in this game, in the second women board, we have the black pieces. So Michelle from Nicaragua that is doing really, really great. So
Trying to find that game. Ah, here we go. Yeah, this is over. Black is completely winning here. Yeah, I agree. With bishop b5 in the next move, maybe king e4, and then d3, d2. Then yeah, black should be completely winning. Easy win. Yeah. It's
yeah,
also two extra pawns more or less because the double pawns on the g file aren't really worth that much. So yeah, it's just over. So win for Nicaragua on board 4, I believe. Yeah.
yes. Board 5 and 6 are also over. Here we have a victory of White, that is the player from Nicaragua. Clearly here he has an extra piece, and also yeah, this pawn is extremely strong. The rook is attacked, and White decides just to resign here. And on board 6 we have I know board 6 are they still playing?
I
Not
think we
we
already
sorry.
finished actually.
Yes, we saw the queen was just not updated, but yeah, we
Yeah.
saw the victory for the Jamaica lady. That has a huge rating over 2,000, and she's in the last board.
Yeah. Yeah, so I would like to keep an eye on her because she has such a high rating compared to the rest. I'm curious to see if she's gonna win every round on board 6. Raquel Miller. Yeah.
Yes.
Right.
So this is the last game of the match. Is the second board, and yeah, White is also doing great here. I think the checks will be soon over, and then it's time for White to give a lot. Yes, and just we have a resignation because there are so many threats like queen h7, queen take h6, queen e8, queen f6. Too many checks to deal with. Black has
Yep.
no check anymore, and it's not possible to protect it against everything. So
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So I'm very curious to see what happened here because I see very different results. I see Jamaica win a few games. I see Nicaragua winning a few games. So this could be a tight game. And I also did not see any draws there. So I think it might have been a 3-3. It might have been a 4-2 for either teams from what I saw. I
We can
think
count again if you want.
if you
It's
we
completely
could.
fine. Yeah, so let's count again. This was the board, no, this is the board 1. So 1 point for White, so 1 point for Nicaragua. Board 2, White 1, so 1 point for Jamaica. Board 3, White 1, no, sorry, Black 1, so 1 point for Jamaica, 1 other point. So board 4, Black 1, so 1 point for Nicaragua. Board 5, White 1, so 1 more point for Nicaragua. And board 6, White 1, 1 point for Jamaica. So we are at 3-3. Yes. Very great.
Right.
So our way, Roland is also pretty important in order to keep the
I have magic fingers. I don't know. I can count. Hey.
very good.
Right. So that is every game that we've got so far. We are, of course, going to yeah, keep you updated with the results and the standings. As far as I can see, those are not yet in. We do have one more game going on, actually. It seems.
Yes, we have. And here is one game, and it's between a women international. No, let's start with white always. Yes, the women international master Gabriella Johnson from Trinidad against Fatoumata from Sierra Leone. What about this endgame? It seems quite clear to me, but let's hear Roland's thoughts.
No, I don't have any thoughts to share. It looks completely winning. I agree.
Yes, it
Yeah.
looks completely winning. White has way too many pawns. Also d5, d4 is going to.
Yeah.
So,
So Trinidad and Tobago versus Sierra Leone. Oh yeah, this is the only game that was played between the two countries. The other countries were forfeited in favor of Trinidad and Tobago. So I actually think it's pretty cool that Fatmata still decided to play after all the other games were forfeited. So yeah, unfortunately he has to deal with a loss now, but I think it's good sportsmanship that he wants to play anyway. I mean, chess is all about playing, not about results. So why not just have a bit of fun there?
yeah,
All right.
that's true, that's true. And here we have the last game. Actually, here we have a pawn endgame. Is this time is between the white pieces from Guyana against the black pieces from Sao Tome and Principe. Are we looking really at the right game?
This is board two of that match. What is this position? It looks like it's just a draw. Yeah, both pawns will promote. Will be an equal queen ending, and that will be that.
Well, queen f3 would be losing, so just only tricking the position. Yeah, don't go to f3. Just don't go. Keep. Yeah. Yes.
I actually won a game like that when I was younger. I played on in this queen ending. I was keep giving checks, and then suddenly she played a move like king f3, and I won the king. And I was so happy when I was like 7 years old. Like,
Amazing, just amazing. Yeah, because queen f3 is the only square where you should not go. Okay, but a draw was agreed actually, and yeah, but as it is logical, a draw was agreed here. I don't know if this game is still one of, yeah, is this the game? Yes. So yeah, there is a queen, soon a second queen. So any commentary? You know, we can bet on how many moves will black take in order to resign.
I think black will not resign. I think he will be mated.
Huh.
Yeah.
I guess he will resign.
Alright.
Actually not sure because, yeah, playing till this point means that mostly she's going to. Yes. Small victory.
Such a fail. I thought kids would never give up nowadays, but they do. Kids give up.
Sometimes
Give
they
up.
do.
Always keep playing.
Yeah, always.
Maybe a mouse slip, maybe a stalemate somewhere, you know. I don't know.
Yes.
Nah, Gabriella Johnson also is a WIM, so of course that's just yeah, she knows her stuff.
Yes, all right.
Okay.
Yes, so I guess that standings are already here. So we can have a look at the standings after the round 2.
Right.
And we should have it here. So Honduras, Trinidad, and Nicaragua are leading with 4 points, 4 out of 4, followed by Jamaica, Aruba, Bermuda, and Bermuda with 2. Then we have Guyana and Sao Tome and Principe, and then Sierra Leone and Bahamas that sadly didn't win any match.
Alessia, I think we might have made a mistake because Nicaragua actually is on a full 100% point. While we were counting, it was a free. So I'm wondering what was going on there. Like, how could
Oops.
we miscount that?
Might be that sometimes I don't understand which player really won. And yeah, I'm sorry.
No, I don't know. Maybe it was just my finger skills. I don't know.
No, 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 no.
Something is up.
You did a good job. Was probably me giving wrong wrong
Or,
results.
well, we'll see later in the results what exactly went wrong. We'll check that in a little bit, of course. But so far, yeah, Honduras, Trinidad and Tobago, and Nicaragua on the full 100% point. Jamaica, Aruba, and Bermuda on half points. And Guyana, Sao Tome and Principe on 1 point. Sierra Leone and Bahamas on 0 points. And Bahamas actually no board points either. That's a rough start.
All right, so guys, so let's go grab some popcorn, some water, because we are going to eat a break and then we will be back for the last round of the pool A, and we are going to see all the standings of each pool updated to round 3. So see you soon.
Don't go anywhere.
Okay, guys, sorry
We
so
were
much.
muted.
We were muted, but now we are back really, and we are going to have the pool E, the round three of the pool E. Really sorry for this small problem. Uh, you can count 30 seconds, and we will be back. And here we are back, so we are really now ready for the last round of the Pool E Division 4. Next to the board, finally there are the pairings. Sorry for this small problem here, but here we are ready. So, okay, I
Yeah.
see that the chat was counting, but I was very fast, so and so we are. We have Jamaica against Bahamas, Bermuda against Nicaragua, Trinidad against Aruba, Guyana against Sierra Leone, and Honduras against Sao Tome. So my question is for Roland, and will be which team are we going to follow? Just to give you an help.
Yeah. Yeah, of
Yes.
course. So we do have. I'm sorry, we do not have a big clash of top teams at this round, unfortunately. But the most interesting one and the one that I thought was quite nice was Trinidad and Tobago versus Aruba, because Trinidad and Tobago has won every game so far, 6-0, 6-0, while Aruba has half that point with 6 board points and 2 match points. So I was thinking that that was the most interesting one to check for now, at least. And of course, afterwards, we'll get to see the results of the other games. And yeah, maybe we can also check some games from those matches, of course.
Yes, sure. So so yeah, let's go to follow those. I think the games are starting.
Yep, games have
And
started.
okay, let me take the link we have, and let's go. All right. Yes, here we have all the games, and yeah. So Trinidad against Aruba is the match we are going to follow, picked by our grandmaster Roland. So where is the team playing? And it is here. We have here. So this is this is not, sorry. But here we have the first board, and we have a strong
All right.
international master.
Oh. Yes, we do actually. So let me check. That's my cue. Yes. FIDE Master Kevin Cupid versus Peter van der Brink. And let's see what their ratings are. So it is 2162 for Kevin and 2180 for Peter. So this is that's not the match that's on the board. Oh,
Oh,
I'm so sorry. I was thinking that we're going to go to board one, but I guess we have to go to another board. Okay, I guess that's board two. Yes, I'm so sorry. That was my mistake. So
no,
that
it
is
was a
actually,
mixture of mistakes. So, but yes, is Remotar is Octavio Croes against Alan Safar
yeah,
Ramotar. So
that
which?
is, this is kind of funny because the player from Trinidad and Tobago is an international master, but apparently his rating is 1611. That is what it says on my page here. So
Wow.
that is so weird. It can't be true. So, and then,
Yeah.
okay, well, never mind. We've got Octavio Cruz for Aruba with a rating of 1801. So yeah, it is.
So actually, the international master is the black, but the Octavio has more rating
Yeah,
than
that's
black.
true. But I mean, as an international master having 1600 rating, that should not be true.
Yeah, that's true. This
But
is a
we'll see.
bit weird.
Yeah.
Yeah. But let's see. Let's see this game. Let's see the position. It was the opening was d4, knight f6, c4 e6. Okay, I guess it was a Catalan here, the main line actually, and this is the current position.
Yeah.
How does it look to you, this position? Did black solve all his opening problem?
Not yet. White can keep the center with a move like e4, and then white will have some more space, and also yeah, white also has some problems. If I were black, I would probably go for a move like c4, just to pin the queen side down so that you can try to play something like a5 and b4 afterwards, so that you can create some activity on the queen side. Another move that might be interesting is just to play knight c6, with the idea to trade those active knights.
Yeah.
And I think it all tactically works as well. So knight c6 would actually be my choice, because it's just exchanges one of the difficult pieces that white has on the board right now.
Yeah, I agree. I like knight c6, and it's also connecting the rooks, which is always a goal of the opening. So, yeah, that means basically that the king is castled and all the pieces are developed. So it's not just to connect the rooks that they are, yes, hello rooks, but that all the pieces are developed, and this is the case, for example.
Yeah.
That's why knight c6 looks good.
Yeah, white can take the pawn on b5, but then you trade twice on e5, so that should definitely be okay for black at least. And yeah, if e4 instead of queen takes b5, then knight takes e5, I think nicely wins the piece for.
Oh, wow, that's true, because the pawn is pinned, and so if white takes, the knight just take here, and yeah, queen b5 and queen b5, knight f3 check. Oh, and what about queen e2? How does white?
I was thinking just yeah, knight f3 looks good.
After
Queen
queen
e2, then you got queen c4 actually.
Queen c4, and queen takes c4, knight take f4, and
Yep.
yeah, if queen somewhere else, we can just move the knight somewhere.
Yeah.
Oh, very
exactly.
nice, very nice tactic here.
Yeah, that would have been my idea, but it seems that the international master does not agree there, and yeah,
played
he
c4.
played the move c4 instead.
Yes, and
White
we are
played-
here the change of the queen actually after queen f3, queen take f3, and knight take f3.
Yeah.
But
So
also this is fine for black, no?
this is more than fine for black. I think actually black is better here. Yeah, because black has an easier way to create some play on the queen side. Just push those pawns, play knight c6 or knight d7, knight b6, for example, and try to push everything. And while white has a more difficult road ahead of him if he
Yes.
wants to create some passed pawn. I mean, for black it's clear. For white it's a lot less clear. Although
Yeah.
maybe objectively white is still okay, but I think I would rather have black here.
Yeah. Me too. Me too. Also, what mostly is sad that is very good to create a far-away pass pawn. So on this way, black will be doing the same, no? Will be doing that. So creating a far-away pass pawn. So
Yeah.
yeah, it will be more far away from the king and the white pieces, so it might be stronger.
Yeah, I think so too. Yeah. Rook b1 played. Probably a6 is necessary to counter that. The knight is nicely placed on a4 as well, by the way, to keep some pressure on c3. Knight a4. And okay, f5 is sometimes an idea to create the outpost for the knight on d5. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I like black. I know the engine does not agree with me, but it's also about practical play instead of evaluation. So
Yeah, actually, the
yeah,
engine says that black is doing slightly better, is very near to be equal. But yeah, from a practical point of view, I guess we both agree that here is also the engine would agree if it could reply to us that from a practical point of view, it's an easier play for white.
yeah. All right. Let's. I say let's take a look
For
at.
black, sorry, I said white. An easier play for black.
All right. It's been a long day for the both of us.
Yes.
Let's see. Shall we move on to the next game?
Yes, I would like to find the game. Yes, you should be the board number one. I see a FIDE master with the white pieces, FIDE master from Trinidad and Tobago, and here with the black pieces. Oh, we have again Peter van der Brink.
Peter van der Brink. Yeah.
Yes.
It's Aruba is also connected to the Netherlands. Actually, they are part of more or less part. They are a separate state, but they are still part of the ABC Islands: Aruba, Bonaire, Curaçao, and yeah, they are part of the Netherlands Antilles.
Mm-hmm.
That is
And
what it is. So
does
that's
van den Brink means anything in Dutch?
no, it doesn't mean anything.
Ah, okay, okay.
No. So yeah, so let's see what it's doing. This is an equal match. Both players have around 2160, 2160, 80 rating here. So I really like white at the moment because even though white's a pawn down, it seems that white has all the initiative, but it's not so clear though.
Mm-hmm.
Because if d5 falls, then white has beautiful pieces. Then yeah, it's absolutely white who is on top in this game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, all the pieces are working great. The rook on f8 is stuck for black.
Yeah,
The bishop on e8 looks a bit funny. So
funny.
absolutely, this is better for white, for
Yeah,
Kevin.
I agree. I agree. And yeah, so any plan to go on here for white?
Just grab that pawn. It depends on what black does. If he plays a move like f6, then maybe rook takes d5 is the better move. If what black plays a move like knight b3, then maybe e takes d5 is the better move. It basically depends on what black does here. I'm guessing though that rook takes d5 should be very, very nice.
Yes. Now you have an easier job because black played bishop c5, so you just to consider this move for black. And it seems like rook take d5 is just possible, no? And good.
Yeah, it's good, but maybe e takes d5 is even better because then you have potential with the bishop on c2, like queen
Huh.
b4 or maybe knight c6 shenanigans or d6 shenanigans. Yeah, I actually think that e takes d5 would be the right way to go here.
Yeah, that's true. I agree. But white played rook take d5. So our dreams to attack the h7 pawn are for the moment over, but maybe later.
Yeah, rook takes d5, definitely not a bad move, but the bishop on c2 is now a bit more stuck.
Yeah.
How to continue now? That's a big question. Queen e7 played, maybe played, let's see. How to continue. There are maybe tricks connected with queen g4 because the rook
Mm-hmm.
on c8 is attacked. Oh, there you go. He plays it.
Haha.
Yeah, so it doesn't do much though. If you play a move like actually this is really annoying queen g4. The rook does not have a good place to go, it seems. It can go to a8, but after a8 white has maybe moves like bishop h4 or knight d7. Yeah, the more I look at this, the more I like black's potential here. I did not see a win or anything, but also if you look at the time, then the time is a lot better for white here with 12 minutes versus 5 minutes on the clock. So yeah, this is looking great for white at the moment. Yeah,
Yes,
I
I
mean,
agree.
how would you play after a move like rook e8? Do you think knight d7 is would be a good idea there?
Yeah, I like knight d7 in order to, yeah, it's a bit a pity that white will give up the knight, the strong knight for the bishop, but still, to put a rook, I mean, it will probably put a rook on d7, b5 would be a target, a move like e5 is very possible, and the bishop on c2 will have a new life. So yeah, I really like a lot knight d7.
All
Probably
right.
b5 will fall. So yeah, I think it's a great move.
I'm glad we agree. And then black plays rook c7 instead. So that prevents more or less the knight d7.
Yes, but I mean the rook is in the same diagonal of the bishop,
Yeah.
so it's a bit scary.
The question is, can we make use of that somehow from the white side?
This is a good question, and yeah, this I guess is the point of it. So can we make usage of it?
I don't see anything. The only place that the knight can retreat to is f3, and you could maybe sacrifice it, for example, on c4, but I think that would backfire pretty quickly. So yeah, rook c7, great defensive move. It's hard to see how white can continue now. Maybe just play rook cd1, and then on the next move play knight d7. Maybe that's the way to go, actually.
Yeah, I agree, and this looks very good. Rook
Yeah.
bd1, just a silent move, threatening knight d7. I like
Yeah.
it. Yeah, the only difference is that, yeah, let's say the one pair of rook will be changed on d7, and then there is not anymore the rook on b1 attacking the b5 pawn. So that's why this is really a good defense, I think.
Yeah, I think so too. All right, then it's clear that white is doing very well here. Let's take a look at another game then.
Yes, let's move to,
Wow.
okay, this we saw, so let's move to the female board. This should be the first female board. Here we have with the white pieces, Shamila James against Aymara Ballestero with the black pieces. Wow, this was a Sicilian, another accelerate dragon we have. Yes.
Seems to transpose to a normal dragon.
Yes, it seems like a normal dragon now, and this is the current position. So white
Seems
is
like
clearly attacking, no?
yeah, it seems like white is playing a very nice dragon game here. Yeah, this is why the classic way of playing with the dragon doesn't really work anymore, because white is simply so fast with the initiative here. The h7 pawn is going to fold. Knight d5 was a very nice move in move 16. Yeah, taking down a defender on f6, which was kind of critical there. So
Yeah.
I don't know. White's just playing a model game here. Nothing wrong with that. Bishop takes e5 with the idea to play bishop c4 and then take on h7. So I think this is more or less already over. This is a, yeah. If you want to know why the classic play of the dragon doesn't work anymore, then here you have your example. This is good stuff, great stuff. I think if she has a coach, if she has a coach, then her coach would be very happy.
Yeah, white has here now bishop c4, I guess, and then probably queen take it7, and yeah, it seems really great here. Okay, the knight could also go to c6 if king e7. So I guess the only reasonable way is king f8, but also king f8 runs into knight e7 probably, knight e6 probably.
Yeah, you are correct there. Queen takes h7 is also still a possibility there. So yeah, this should be over. Queen takes h7 on the next move. And let me also check if that is a potential upset or if this is according to rating.
Yes.
Well, it's according to rating. The player from Trinidad and Tobago has 1494 rating, while the player from Aruba, Aymara, has a rating of 1224. So Yeah, definitely better for a
White.
rating advantage for Jamila from
Yes.
Trinidad and Tobago.
Yes, so this was the first women board, but let's move to the second one. Here we have with the white pieces, Anneline Jacobs against the women international master from Trinidad and Tobago, Gabriela Johnson. What
Yeah,
about this hand game?
it seems that they all play the dragon nowadays. This was also a dragon opening, and
Yes.
yeah, white did not know the theory, I suppose, because on move, what was it? On move, I think 12, white played the move knight b3, and yeah, that is something that you don't see very often. Usually, on move, what is it? 11, they take first on c6, and then they never take on d5 because that would lead to a good position for black usually.
Yeah.
Yeah, so white was on the back ropes from the start, and black won an exchange on move 15 with bishop h6, very nicely done.
Yes.
A common trick in the dragon actually.
Yes,
Uh,
that bishop is suddenly going to the h6 c1 diagonal where yeah there could be a king and one other piece. So this time was a rook there, and so yeah, black won a next exchange. And this is now the current position with an exchange up. Since still still white is holding, but clearly this should be winning for black. What could be the fastest way to win this endgame?
well, I don't think there's a particularly fast way here for black. I think what you should do is maybe put some pressure on the d pawn by uh, I don't know, doubling the rooks, bringing the king into f7, playing e5 so that the d pawn cannot be moved. Yeah, maybe bringing the king in is actually one of the critical ideas here. So one of the ideas that came to mind is actually to play king f7, with the idea to play rook c6 and rook e6 to try and get the e6 square for the black king, for example. But on the other hand, just exchange some pawns, open up some lines, and black should be winning. So e5 looks like a very normal move as well.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like it. And yeah, so let's see. This will take a bit of time, but black is doing a good job. G5 is played still probably with the idea of to get more space on the king side. Uh, yeah, maybe even the idea of h5, a5, f5, g4. Yeah, in order to open some more file for the pieces.
I think it's just to counter f4,
Uh huh.
because if you play e5, then white might have the idea to play f4 at some point.
Yeah.
Because if you play h5, g4, and f5, then you're weakening the dark squares, and the white bishop would very much enjoy that, even though you could maybe open some files like that. Yeah, so that suggestion is not a bad one, actually. You could, that's a good way to open up some files, and that's exactly what black needs to do. So. Yeah, my guess is that he just wants to play e5 to tighten the d3 pawn, but maybe in the later stage, h5 and g4 is also a very good idea. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
I agree.
All right. And so let's see how this game will go on. But now let's move to the junior boards. And okay, just a first impression. It looks like white has all the pieces towards the king. I don't know if there is a fast mate, but white is attacking or even a rook. So now let's count pieces. Okay, black is a piece up, but Roland, what is your first impression here?
It's mate in five, something like that. Just knight g5 wins, with the idea, well, black has to defend the h7 knight, and after knight takes h7, it's bishop f6 mate.
Oh,
So
yeah,
yeah,
it was quicker than what I thought is mate in five. Yeah.
yeah. If there was a bishop on e7, then it would not have been that great. But here, bishop f6 mate. There you go.
Yes.
and it's over. It was not checkmate in 5, it was instead checkmate in 3, but well,
Yes, how
I
could have
count it
been
as
in
a
5?
win.
Maybe yes, there is bishop take here, one check, and then maybe there was another way to prolong here.
Yeah,
Somehow with some queen
queen.
sacrifice, like queen e6.
Exactly, yeah.
Something like that. But yeah,
Oh,
was making few moves, so
I got very close. I'm happy about that. Very, very happy about that, as you can see.
that's good.
All right, let's do the next one, yeah?
Yes, let's go. This was the male junior board, but here we have at the female junior board. We have Tamar with the white pieces against Miss Jenica Lynch with the black pieces. It looks like an endgame with rook and queen, where both players have 6 pawns. So it looks very stable to me. Just one short notice is that black pieces are a bit more active, and also the king is a bit weaker, but should not be a big deal here.
I think this might become quite unpleasant for white if the game continues, because, for example, yeah, like you said, black's pieces are a bit more active, especially the queen. Queen on d4 is a great piece. For example, you could consider maybe trading the a pawn with a5 and then queen takes b2. That doesn't work right now because white has queen a8, but maybe in the future that is an idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's see. I think it should be around. I think it should not be that much though. So I agree with you. I think it should be about equal, not so much going on here for either player. What I do want to mention, by the way, is that Tamara only has 9 seconds left, and Jenica has 7 minutes left. So that's a huge difference.
That's true. Then this could be tricky because these endgames, they have a lot of potentials mostly. So I think white, black has chances. Okay, now black should take care about queen c8.
Yeah, absolutely. I also agree with that. Maybe
King h7.
Queen e6 also looks good.
Yes.
King
Actually,
h7 I like. Yeah.
Yeah, but king h7 might be that after queen f5 is just a draw.
Yeah, no, but black has the active rook.
No, I said take care just of queen c8. Come on, you're all the time. Why do you do that?
Tamara is a magician. She is all she. I think she also won all her games in the base division. So now she is also. Does she have a magic wand next to her or something? What's happening? Like, here you go, mouse slip or lack of focus for one move, and then
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know any Harry Potter spells, unfortunately. Otherwise, I would have made that joke. But
but you have the power of Google, so
Expelliarmus or something. I think
yeah.
Harry Potter spells. Let's see.
So, but next time, don't announce it. Just search first, and you will look like a genius.
That's the joke, actually. Okay, I'm joking, guys.
All right.
Yeah, but Tamara doing great again. So in the base division, I think she had 100% score with her rating of 1200 something. That is really amazing. She's doing very well for her team of Aruba. So yeah, and also now, of course, she's simply winning this game.
Okay, we have a very nice way here. 2 seconds. I mean, white has 2 queens here, so just wanted to show this nice victory for the players from Trinidad. So, and here we are. So nice 2 rooks. I actually saw the preview at the game. I saw 2 rooks, 2 queen, 2 rooks. Okay, amazing. I mean, okay, let's move to.
That looks beautiful.
Yeah, I agree.
Okay.
Okay, let's move to this endgame that might be interesting. This is, I think, we have Octavio against Al-Safor. So should be the second board. The first board actually that we discussed about was a Catalan opening. And here we are in this end game with 4 pawn each. There is the 3 pawn, the black c3 pawn that looks dangerous. But seems like white has it in control, no?
I think it's okay for white, yeah, but no, it's very hard. I mean, rook bb2 is a huge threat at the moment. If black can get that in, it should be pretty good. Actually, maybe black should simply go for it right now. Just rook bb2, knight takes a5, and just play rook takes f2.
And here we have, and this is exciting because, I mean, worst case, black has a perpetual, but does he have more? We will see.
I'm not sure. I don't think so, actually. I think it should be equal. I don't think black can get any more pieces or anything like that, unfortunately.
But it looks good, you know. A rook could be protected by the pawn on d2 and the other could threat mate. So
Yeah, that's true,
for
but
example, no? If let's say the king okay, but now yeah. White could just take the c3 pawn.
yeah, it should be a draw.
Yeah.
Maybe, maybe. Nah, I don't see anything. Maybe you can play this. Maybe you can play rook g2 check, king f1, rook takes h2.
Okay, let me make knight c6. So king g2.
It's white to move, of course. Yeah, knight c6. Okay.
Yeah, but I'm doing the knight c6. Rook g2, king f1.
Yeah, then
rook f2. King e1.
Okay.
No, actually, let's go in the other way around. So let's do king h1. Let's just take this pawn. King g1, king g2, king f2. And rook f2. If king e1, rook d2, and this is going to be made. Okay, not even this. No. Just rook b2 is winning here. So yeah, all my plans are. But okay, this is like dreaming and nothing concrete.
That's dreaming, yeah.
Yes. Knight b3, king f1, rook take h2, knight king g2.
Oh, black is actually playing for a win, by the way.
Yeah, black is playing for a win.
Oh no, he had a perpetual, but he took a pawn, and now it's an open game again.
Actually, I like it because the h pawn can be so dangerous. It doesn't look like e4 pawn is dangerous.
That's true. I guess it's an okay decision because it's not so easy for white to ever make progress in a position like that. So yeah, I think that white cannot win this game, even if he wanted to, unless black over pushes. That's more or less it.
Yeah, that's true. So, okay, threatening mate here.
Wait, what about? No, it's still okay for white. Yeah, I
Yeah.
thought it might have been some sort of trick, but okay. Yeah, very interesting endgame. I like that the black simply wants to continue playing here, even though a draw would have been very well justified. But practically speaking, black has very good chances to win here still because it's practically so hard to deal with all the threats in black. And yeah, how is white ever going to win this position? You only have one pawn. You need to keep this pawn alive, and it's just really hard. Yeah, maybe white can win, but it at least needs some serious technique to do so. So yeah, I like that decision from black to decline the draw there.
Yeah.
And more fun for us, of course.
Yes. So, will black take the pawn on e4?
Oh, wait. So you take and then knight f5, and then you have a double attack with g7 and h6. No, I don't think so.
Oh, what's rook take? Yeah, no, this is good.
This is really good for white.
Now
Wait,
it's threatening
over.
mate in two.
It's over. Black over pushed. Black over pushed is like I said. Yeah, the only way that not like I said, I think. But okay, it's this is terrible. Yeah, it's over. Black is losing the
No.
rook, and yeah, there's nothing Black can do. That is, he had a draw a few moves ago, but he decided to keep on playing, and I thought it was a good decision. But you need to be careful always for tricks like this. So
Yeah.
now it's simply winning. Now it's over. Black can resign.
Yeah. Okay, Black is playing over some few moves, but yeah.
Might be an upset. Might be a big upset. So. Because it's an international master against a candidate master, obviously. And yeah, Aruba is on 2-2 as far as I can see with this win.
Okay. So Aruba, we can count again at the end of the game.
You like to see me counting a lot.
Yes, I like it a lot. Okay, let's start counting. Here is the first board and white one. This time I want to do it right. So Trinidad 1. Here is white. Trinidad 1. First board. So 1 point for Trinidad. Here we consider, okay, here this game is still going on, so we don't consider it. Here white won, and is again a player of Trinidad, so 2 points please for Trinidad. And here this game is also over, white won, so a third point for Trinidad. And last board, white won, so this time is a point for Aruba. So they are 3-1, 2 games to go, and also this game just finished, and here Black won. This time is again Trinidad, so I guess Trinidad is doing great, and he already won the match. And here, so okay, at least the international master can be happy about the team, because his loss is not costing the team 2 points. So according to our calculation, should end up 4-2. Thank you,
All right.
Roland, for your...
Yes, my fingers. I'm so good at counting. I don't know what it is.
Great.
Yeah, one of my skills, Yeah.
Yes.
All right. Yeah. All right. Let's go. Let's continue, please.
Yes, we are going to see a nice technique to give checkmate here in this game, and yeah, here we are. Let's not do stalemate. Okay, I mean, I don't know why Black is still playing on, because the opponent is a candidate master. I think he's quite upset about...
He is frustrated.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes.
he's frustrated. He was playing for a win, but overpushed, and suddenly he is playing for a stalemate. Yeah, which is not going to happen. So, yeah.
So GG. So I guess this match is over. So let's go to follow the last games of the... I think is this really a last? No, this is a game that just started, and this is also a game that just started, I think. Okay, let's see if we have some more games. So yeah.
I think we've got 2 more games. Still, no, not this one.
No, this not, because it's against Russia, so I don't believe in that. And this also, the player is from Latvia, so I also don't believe that. And this, I see just too much time control. And Bahamas, okay.
I think that was it. Yeah, the Bahamas did not play against Nicaragua. So.
Okay, so he's not. So according to her games, I think that the games are over. Nice to show this very nice checkmate. So very nice this checkmate, no?
It's all right.
Because Black would have still 2 pieces, but it's just King got just mated in.
Yeah, it's true. No, I like mates like that too. It looks so. It's always when the king is in the middle of the board and you can mate that. That's always nice. So, yeah.
Yes.
Nice mate indeed. Yeah. So that means that we're done with the pool E, round 3. We'll get back to everyone, of course, with the results and with the standings. So give us a minute for that. But as far as I can see, I think that so we just counted that Trinidad won their match, and
Yes.
therefore they are retaining their unbeaten streak, which means that they're still in the lead for in this pool actually. So with 5-1 to Aruba, that's a big punishment for Aruba. Yeah.
Alright, so we have all the results updated here. Jamaica won 6-0 against Bahamas, Nicaragua 5-1 against Bermuda, Trinidad 5-1 against Aruba, and we were right. So Roland this time,
Great
our
counting.
yeah.
Great
Oh no,
counting.
not 5-1. We said 5-2, 4-2.
Now we said 4-1. There was still one game playing.
Uh huh.
Yeah, so it's
Okay.
all good. It's all
It's
good.
all good. I said 4-2, by the way, but never mind. Guyana won the match 5-0. Maybe a game was somehow lost. Honduras won 5-1 against Sao Tome. And so, guess what, guys? We are at the end of day 1 and we are ready to see all the standings of each pool. You see, we had really a lot of teams today. Here we are with pool A, B, C, D, and D. Of course, let's start from pool E, where we have Trinidad leading with Honduras, both with 6 points and 17 individual points, followed by Jamaica and Nicaragua with 5 points. So, Roland, what do you think would be the favorite team of this pool?
Well, on paper, I thought that Nicaragua was one of the favorites here, and they are still in the top 4, so only drawing one match and the rest they won. So they are still one of my favorites. Trinidad and Tobago looking absolutely strong. Beating a team like Aruba like with 5-1 is no easy feat. So yeah, those two teams, I'm really thinking that those two are gonna make it. Yeah, but yeah, what about you, by the way, Alessia?
No, I agree with you. I agree with you. I would like to, yes, and I would like to see Jamaica in. I have to be
Jamaica,
honest.
yes, yes.
Yes.
They're actually
So
also one of the favorites together with Trinidad, Nicaragua, and Honduras. So in Pool E, so far the favorites are doing pretty well, I must say. No surprises in the top 4 there so far.
yes. So I guess, guys, we are really at the end of this long day. A day very full of results. So yes, I guess our next appointment is going to be tomorrow. We are going to host again this Division 4. This time we are going to host for round 4, 5, and 6 of each pool. We are going to start the coverage at 10 p.m. Central European Time. Roland, do you know all the calculation to other time zones or?
No, not by heart. Absolutely not.
Okay, but we give the 10 p.m. Central European time, and then everyone can check here. Everyone can check his own time zone and check the time. So set up your alarm at the right time. Maybe also a bit before the start of the event. Yeah, 3 exciting rounds are going to go on. Probably we are going maybe to understand already which team are going to qualify.
Yeah.
So,
I'm
so yeah.
very excited to see what will happen tomorrow and the next day, to see who will qualify. Of course, it's very interesting to see these countries participate as well, and to guess. And the guessing part is also kind of fun, like who will be yeah, moving on to Division 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
So like Alicia said, we'll be back tomorrow, and yeah, I hope you enjoyed, of course. The show today. It was a long day. We were here basically all day, Alessia and me. So, and also the team behind us working all day behind the scenes. Hope you enjoyed, and yeah, rest me to say, yeah, hope to see you guys tomorrow again.
Yes, thank you so much again for to everyone, and thank you to all the people in the chat writing And yeah, guys, see you tomorrow and have a great day. And 10 a.m. Central European Time. Don't miss it.